419 visit after divorce was filed. So that's helpful. Let's see.
But 4 minutes late. My apologies.
And I'm just going to give you a heads up. We're not watching this whole thing. I just want to see what the transcript says versus what. Hold on, let me find the transcript. So, how are you feeling about what happened a couple of weeks ago? Let's find that. Just a second.
Oh, okay. It's okay. It's all right. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Hanging in there. That's all
Are
I
you
can do.
sure you hanging? You sure you're hanging in there?
Oh, why you saying? Why you answer so sure?
Because there's a lot of things that's been going on, and I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
Okay, what's
You know he's not going
going
to
on?
answer anything.
What's going on that ain't been going on? Same
Well,
thing every day.
yeah. Do you want to talk about it, or is it okay?
No, not really. I mean, you talking about 2 weeks ago,
No,
last week?
I'm talking about like a couple of days ago.
No, not really. I mean, that ain't nothing new to me. I mean, I'm be
Okay.
honest with you. No, that was it's no surprises no more for me.
Okay. So
You know what I'm
have you
saying?
been served? Were you served?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't
No,
know? Okay.
I don't know nothing about none of that. So,
Okay. So how are you feeling about what happened a couple of weeks ago? We hadn't talked about that. How are you feeling about that?
well, how should I feel? They've been doing the same thing, lying. So, I mean, I can't make this stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell somebody, hey man, do this, check this out. People want to believe what they want to believe, and they're gonna make up what they want to make up. So it's clear. I mean, it's clear. It's just clear. I don't have no 14-year-old daughter.
Okay, let's stop right there. So, defendant gave video recorded interview to YouTuber blogger Sylvia Tumasimi, also known as Bible Lady, discussing the facts of both this case and other cases pending against him. Infamous Sylvia, Bible Lady, video visit with Ernest after divorce filed. YouTube, April 26, 2024. Oh, and genius. Well, let me not say it like that. Okay, because I have this posted in my Patreon. Phone Calls from Prison has it posted in their Patreon. Nobody has this posted, but guess who has it posted on YouTube? Like, this is in a private area on Patreon, right? But guess who has this posted on their channel? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. So if Sonya's in the bushes right now, Sonya, when you run this back to tell Nesto about they pulled from Sylvia's videos, do you want to know who to blame? Because I really and truly, I'm going to blame you, Sonya. You know why? Because you're the one who set Nesto up with this lady. And guess what? They're not referencing Phone Calls from Prison. You notice that, right? They're not referencing Phone Calls from Prison, which Sylvia ran to the county sheriff's office to go get the visit to have it posted first. Remember that? She wanted to make sure she posted it first. She wanted to make them, it's not fair that people are making money, right? So she wanted to post it first. So it's on her channel. It's not Phone Calls from Prison. It's not anybody else on the YouTube streets but her. Nobody else posted it on their YouTube channels but her. Pinocchio the professional. The perfectionist in checkers. Okay. Let me go back to read this. Discussing the facts of both this case and other cases pending against him. Infamous Sylvia video visit with Ernest Williams after divorce. YouTube, April 26. YouTube, and here's the link. The defendant made multiple prejudicial statements against the state, and Rule 3.6 authorized the state to respond. At the time of this filing, the hour-long video recorded interview has received more than 11,000 views. You sat and talked to Bible Lady on a video that has gotten 11,000 views, and you had the nerve to have Sean send a gag order. When I saw what they did with this, I was waiting for them to start pulling the transcript and his marketing plan with Sonya on when are you going to go get an interview? You're setting up an interview. Okay, well, we're going to do this, and who are you talking to, and all of that. They have been making a effort to be out here, and we told them, like, when this was filed, even before this was filed, they're so stupid, right? This is the dumbest. He's like one of the dumbest criminals to go down in history, I think. Even though he doesn't have to listen to the bloggers, and Sonya certainly doesn't either. But I think we talked a lot, and many others have talked about this a lot, on how silly it would be, because you can't try to quash the media and then use the media all at the same time. You just can't. I'm surprised he didn't bring up the Tasha K interview. At the time of the filing, the hour long. Okay, so 11,000 views. Several excerpts from the interview with timestamps are provided here. Okay, so we just heard this little piece here, and he is discussing the facts of the case as they stated. If you have my Patreon, then you already have seen this. It's in the prayer partner folder. It's in the prayer partner folder. It looks like this. Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay. And if you have phone calls from prisons, Patreon, then look for, this is the call that they reference, and it's actually it's actually date stamped April 19th. That's the one that you'd want to go to see what you want to see. Okay. But for me, I think it's posted May 11th. So, okay. So that's one thing. So they are making note. So what did Will Wooten say? Not only did he discuss the case, but he made several prejudicial remarks against the state. They're taking notes. They're taking notes, and they're not playing with these people. Is V here? Y'all, I don't know if V went to New York. V was outside over the weekend looking very beautiful. Go check out her shorts. She posted, she went to a Karen White concert, and looking very pretty. Okay, so this is what we just listened to, and then maybe let's listen to a little bit more, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm not gonna keep y'all. Extrajudicial statements that might otherwise raise questions under. Okay. Let's go back over here for a minute, because I'm sure most of you have not all seen this, or you can go watch it over. It's,
You don't have a 14-year-old daughter
sure you don't want to watch it at Sylvia's.
in 2022.
No. Come on now.
Okay.
Everybody know that.
What about your grandchild? Is your grandchild was 14 at that time?
I ain't seen my grandchild is 22 years old.
Okay.
Didn't you just see me in the graduation with her in 20?
Well, I haven't seen all your stuff. I'm not as
okay. I don't have all that going on. All that stuff is fluff. You don't have you charged me with the same charge 15 months ago. Okay. 15 months ago, you charged me with the same exact charge. Ain't that much change the date on it. Start me all over again. That's all it was.
Okay. What about
Okay, let's stop right there for a second. And here he is. They've transcribed the whole thing. Now some of this actually has to do with the essay, the sexual assault charges, because there was a younger minor child who made an outcry statement or something that they used as evidence in in that hearing regarding the sexual assault. So this doesn't necessarily have to do with anything with the RICO, but I don't know if they're just using this particular as a pattern of his lies. But let's listen a little bit more. Hold on, let me flip back. Ooh, where was I? Oh, here I am. Okay.
About because I saw in the paperwork it says contested divorce. Are you contesting the divorce?
And then so now she went from the talking about the kid to, and I think also one thing for me to say this too, we've hear them talk so much, and I know in the back of our mind, I'm sure in the back of my mind, I know he's discussing the case, but we've gotten so used to him discussing the case that I almost forget, like, even just a little pinky toe talking of the case, he's still talking about the case. Because I'm sure there are some people who are in jail who don't discuss their cases at all. Hey, how you doing? What y'all having for dinner tonight? I'm doing okay. Yeah, we chilling. I'm reading a book. I worked out. Da 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 da. Like there, I'm sure there are people not discussing their case, right? So this guy talks his case. Like it really made me think for a minute. He discusses his case a lot, but he's discussed his case so much that I kind of overlook that what he's talking about, like he's really talking about a lot about the case, right? Girl, look at the shirt she's wearing. He has a pattern of talking to the media because who is Sylvia? Sylvia is a known reporter, independent, and she came initially really, I mean, she came to do an interview, right? She had questions, but she said God put it on her heart to pray with him, right?
I don't know nothing about what you're talking about.
No, it's in the documents. It's in the document that there's a contested divorce. In fact, there's a hearing on the 21st of May. So
okay, I don't know nothing about that, Miss Silver.
Okay.
I don't even know nothing about all that.
Okay, you don't know anything about it. Okay. It's a lot, isn't it?
Life come with a lot.
Okay, let's see what it says on the document. Here's the thing, you got to stay strong through your trials. I don't think they got to that part yet. So this is at the 9 and 8 minute mark. Let's go to that. 9 and 8 minute mark. Hold on. Okay. This next excerpt is from 9 minutes 8 seconds.
And he tells me that don't ask me why, just do what I tell you to do. And I have to be faithful to what he says, because as long as he's pleased with me, it doesn't matter what anybody says. But as the human being that I am, it hurts. I'm just going to be honest. I'm sensitive and it hurts. So, and sometimes I can't draw to nor close to anybody but God. So he sees my tears. He knows how I feel when that's what happens, what others are saying. But sometimes at all.
No, it don't.
So,
see, one thing about it is you have to know what you're dealing with. See,
yeah.
I know my characteristic. I know the people around me. I know people when I deal with them. I know.
He said he knows his characteristics. So they cited 9 minutes 8 seconds, but I'm not hearing that part, but we'll just entertain this for just a few minutes. I didn't really want to show this whole entire thing. But we'll see. What do you say to people that's saying you're getting your karma? Is that okay? That's supposed to be the same video, 10:05. Let's see if we can find it. I think they're talking about another video because 10:05. Oh, they might be looking at 10:05 on Sylvia's video. Not this is actually this video is not Sylvia stopping and all of that. This is infamous Sylvia channel. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay, let's see.
What'd you say?
Well, first of all, I don't believe in karma.
Okay.
I don't believe in it. That's an old Chinese thing. I don't believe in all that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a 5-year-old child walk across the street over there, get ran over. You can have a 5-year-old child looking at TV, minding their own business, playing with their toys and everything, and a stray bullet come through and kill them. You can have a dog just trying to walk across the street, okay, trying to find somewhere wherever he's going, get ran over. You can have a stray deer in the night, get ran over by an 18-wheeler. Is that karma? That's not karma. That's just a way of life.
Amen.
So here's the thing. I'm going to win at the end. Trust me.
Okay.
I am going to win at the end of this journey that I'm going through right now. Okay. I'm going to win. Sometimes, people are put in your ear, you got to watch who you pray with. People praying on your downfall.
Amen.
They're praying on your downfall.
Amen.
So, you know what?
Okay. Let's see.
Don't do that. Don't do this. And they say, well, how you know? You don't know what I'm going through. Well, if I went through some things, I should be able to tell you some things. If I don't go through nothing, I can't explain that. Correct?
Okay, let's go back over here. So he just talked about this excerpt right here. First of all, I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in it. That's an old Chinese thing. I don't believe in that. Okay, you can have a fight. So that whole thing. It's interesting what he decided to choose. This thing about OJ Simpson was funny. I got a pass from 32 years ago. Interesting. Okay, so I don't know nothing about that. Hold up. I got a pass from 32 years ago. I know. People change. Yes, okay. I know. You right. Okay, let me find that part. All right. I feel like that's when he got a little annoyed because I think he was kind of a little annoyed with her at that point. I think he thought she was trying to.
Sense too. I use common sense.
No, she didn't say
it's
she
not
uses common
matching
sense.
up for me. It's not matching up at all. And I dig.
So listen to this. This is something that is interesting to me. If the investigators are like they know Sylvia from the YSL and now they're seeing like, oh, she's been over here visiting Ernest over in Cobb County. Interesting. Well, listen to this.
That's going on.
Personally,
yes.
From what I have seen and what I have read and all that, it's not matching up for me. It's not matching up at all. And I dig. Well, you don't know it, but I dig, and I use common sense too. I use common sense. Stuff is not matching to me, so therefore, if it like the OJ Simpson say, if it glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Okay.
In honor of OJ Simpson, that is.
I understand. I understand. I mean, it's not matching up. So
yeah. And I'm not saying that you don't have a past now. You do have a past now. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat that.
Hold on. I got a pass for 32 years ago.
I know. Okay. People change.
Okay.
Yes, I know. You're right.
I've done a lot of great things since then. A lot of people don't never change, never do nothing good. Okay. I've done a lot of good, and I'm not gonna let nobody take that away from me. You see what I'm saying? That's what people want.
Tell your good stuff.
I'm just saying I have, because I done did a lot.
Pat yourself in the back.
Huh?
Pat yourself in the back.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we could forget that. We can forget that, and because of discouragement, things that the things that you go through in life, it'll make you forget those great times and good things and good energy that you put out. because so much bad energy is working towards you. You know how it feels to sit up there chained up with these orange on. You know how that feel, but you ain't sitting in that courtroom and you seeing them white boys sitting up in them police uniform, looking like they want to hang me on a tree. See, that's not that's I've never felt that in my life, but I felt it that day 2 weeks ago when I
Oh, he's getting ready to get mad
tell
now.
you that what that's
That
not a
orange.
good feeling. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like that as a black man, but when I saw that and my mouth is shut and I can't really defend for myself, I felt that. Okay. And for them people getting up on that stand like that, telling them lies the way they tell them, and I can't say anything. Guess what? I have to remind myself it's just a preliminary hearing. It is not a trial. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to sit back and think. Now you can't get tricked, but a lot of people using this to make money off of me, making a career off of me, and just making something
Off
to
of
have
me.
conversation about.
Off of me.
Okay, and I understand that, but we're in another world right now. If I wasn't who I used to deal with in the past, I'm gonna say that you won't never see me on no TV. You won't never see me on no internet. You won't even see we been doing no visit calls and all that. None of this wouldn't be important to nobody out there. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Oh, it's just 2 minutes that I got. Let's go and let's pray.
Okay. Hold on. Let's go back. So they use this whole so she brought up that OJ thing. Why she would say that, girl. Okay. Um he's hold up. I got a pass from 32 years ago. I know. People change. Okay, I know, right? You right. I've done a lot of great things since then. A lot of people don't ever change, never do nothing good. And then scroll down to so she's saying pat yourself on the back. The things that you go through in life, you forget those great times, the good things. You know how it feels to sit up there chained with this orange on. You know how that feels, but you ain't sitting that courtroom and seeing them white boys sitting up there in them police uniforms looking like they want to hang me on a tree. I'm trying to think about I'm no offense, and maybe I'm not remembering, but I feel like when Nesto was in the courtroom in April of 24, I don't really remember a bunch of white police officers or white deputies. Do you guys? Like, think about it. I don't recall. Maybe I would need to go back and look at Dennis. Well, who maybe it was Pam's video or it could have been Dennis's video. I'm not sure. I need to go back and look. What is he talking about? I think it's something I think he has selective memory on top of that. I don't remember that. Um, I feel like a lot of times the courtrooms are definitely very much giving chocolate. Um, I don't remember a bunch of white police officers in there. I don't. Maybe he's talking about well, okay, maybe he's talking about Fields, but I don't know that Fields wears a uniform, right? Um Madman ramblings, right? Okay. And for them people getting up on the stand like that, telling them lies the way they tell them, I can't say anything. Guess what? I have to remind myself it's just preliminary. Okay? It's preliminary. I have to remind myself. Okay? And I understand that, but we're in another world right now. If I wasn't who I was used to deal with in the past, I'm going to say that you wouldn't never see me on no TV. You wouldn't never see me on no internet. I feel like this is if I wasn't who I used to deal with in the past, I'm going to say that you would never see me on no TV. You would never see me on no internet. I wouldn't be doing no visit calls. and all that, none of this would be important to nobody out here. Am I wrong? So I feel like this right here is kind of like, well, you're opting in. It sounds like, well, you're opting in to be in this interview. You're opting in for social media. You're opting in for all of those things. He said, I ain't going to prison. I promise you that. Absolutely. I know that for a fact. Trust me. Oh, okay. For reasons set forth, the court should deny. So, yes. So, you guys may have seen this earlier. Pam went through the whole entire thing. Um, it's interesting that they selected that video. I'm going to be honest. There's so much out here for them to pick from. The 2 hour or damn near 3 hour telethon that he had. Was it 2 hours? It was a long time when he called Sylvia back to back to back. Sonia was there. Um, and then even the sidebar phone calls when we finally got the global tel link of those calls. And it was the prep call with Sonia, her telling him what to say, what not to say, that she's given Sylvia questions or asked Sylvia to write questions out, all of those things. This has been very, even though it's been like a shit show, this has been very meticulously thought out, even though it hasn't been like the best plan. No, I'm saying Sonia had a conversation with Sylvia, and Sonia also had conversations with Nesto in between the calls with Nesto and Sylvia. So there were the calls where we could basically hear Sylvia sharing the call on her live, right? But these were all global tel link calls. So once the global tel link calls registered, phone calls from prison put out those calls. I think it was like 6 calls altogether because there was the prep call with Sonia and Nesto, and Sonia was prepping him, telling him what to say, how to say it, what to expect, hit all of the talking points. And then in the middle, when they got disconnected, there was another time that the call ran out. He's asking her, like, well, how am I doing? How am I doing? There were so many calls for them to pick from. I don't know that this was the best selection, but what I can say, the only thing that really rings out to me of this whole entire conversation uh, is that this last couple sentences right here makes me feel like he is opting in. This sounds like if I wasn't who I used to deal with, um in my past, I'm gonna say that you would never see me on no TV. You wouldn't see me on no internet. You wouldn't be doing no visit calls. So you're doing visit calls. You're doing interviews. You're opting in. So I feel like, to me, this dialogue with Sylvia towards the end affirms that he has opted in to this, to interviews, to dealing with the media and all that kind of stuff. That's just kind of what I'm hearing. Did she remove her hand from, what are you talking? Did she remove her hand from his backside? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Did she remove her hand? I'm not, why, I don't understand. uh, he's a willing participant. Absolutely. That statement right there is him opting in. She's a willing participant. Puppet. I love that for him. He's a puppet. There were so many other conversations with Sonia that I think would have been awesome. Oh, Amby Bambi, thank you so much for gifting some friends. I did not see that. Summer Breeze, thank you. Let me go back and see if I can find them. Let me see. CW. I think I read that one already. Diva. Let's see if they come through. Thank you, Amby Bambi. And thank you, Summer Breeze. Okay, it's catching up now. So let me see if I can catch them. What time was that? 9:43. Oh my god, that was an hour ago? Wow, we've been going for a minute. Um that should be way back there then. Let me timestamps. Okay. All right. I may not be able to scroll back that far. If you got gifted by Ambi Bambi, can you please put some bingos in the chat? Or Summer Breeze, can you please put some bingos in the chat? I'm sure you guys acknowledge that, but my bad, sis. Thank you so much for supporting. I just didn't catch who you gifted, but thank you so much. Thank you for spreading some love. I appreciate that. Summer Breeze, thank you. Let's see who else. CW gifted, thank you. And oh, Trina Baker. Trina Baker, you good? Where's our girl Trina Baker? Trina was like, "Oh, hey, oh no." I told you this was going to be painless and a few little kikis. Okay, so that was interesting. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? I feel like the minute that I sign off, it's gonna be like, oh man, I forgot to talk about this. Let me see what else do you guys have going. No, Nesto needs her attention. Look, I don't know. This is the deal for me. I think why did they pick a Sylvia visit to substantiate? Well, I guess she's a member of the press. She's a member of local media. She did go over there on some premises of interviews. So it does make sense. It makes sense. Um, I just feel like it's a miss that they didn't put Sonya in here. I would have loved that. I would have loved that for us if they would have had a Sonya reference rather than Sylvia, because they had a whole entire plan. They had a social media plan that they were executing. And also, she sat up there on damn Tasha K. She sat up there on Tasha's channel and was trying to execute a strategy. So I'm glad he used what he used. It makes sense. But I also think that, I mean, he had a lot to choose from. So maybe it was just, let's go with this because sis is also in trouble down the hall over there making trouble at YSL. So why not? Let's go ahead and pile on the Sylvia train, since she also believes that the state is running after her. And I mean, at this point, I think the state is probably very well acquainted with her. No lie. So I guess it makes sense for them to pull a known disruptor from the halls of Fulton County, since she's already over disrupting a whole nother situation. Maybe that part where she is trying to get him to identify who the minor victim is. I don't know. Possibly. I mean, it was an interesting conversation because they say that he has a child of a certain age and he says he does not, and he should know his children, right? So that's a possibility. I guess trying to get him to figure it out who a certain someone might be. That makes sense. Anyway, very interesting. I was kind of surprised because we just talked about this the other day, didn't we? That all these months had gone by, there's been no answer. The judge certainly didn't answer, but I think the judge's no answer is an answer because if there's no answer at this point, it's obviously not urgent, right? Or there's no answer, there's been no hearing. Now there's a hearing, so maybe they're going to talk about it in this next hearing that's coming up next week, but is it going to even be next week? I think it's hold on, I think it's not next week, but it's the week after. Okay, yeah, a week from Monday. Okay. Anyway, guys, I am getting tired. Normally I don't even yawn like that, but yeah, your girl's getting tired. Um Boy bye. Mhm. Mhm. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. This was fun. I feel like I wanted to talk about something else and I can't think of it, but there's a lot going on tomorrow, so I will see you guys um on the YouTube street. So we'll do what we do. I feel like tomorrow is going to be YSL lunchtime because I want to know what Judge Whitaker is talking about in this Rule 22 hearing. I've heard Rule 22 argued previously, especially there was the time where they tried to deny Dennis, and I think we were privy to that. Um, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what this Rule 22 hearing is tomorrow at YSL. See what what's going on with that. And then in the meanwhile, we should be hearing some news from the YouTube streets regarding Mr. Gold. Okay. Is he remanded back into custody? And I'm talking about Christian Gold, that is. Um, and just another pile on to the list of girl. See what messy behavior gets you? Girl, when you messy, everybody gets a opportunity to talk your business, right? This was messy right here. Sonia thinking it was a good idea to go sit on Tasha K's over a million platform and speak on another woman's husband. She's a bold side piece. Girl, that's a bold side piece move, huh? Sitting over there speaking on her friend Shirley Strawberry's husband, right? That's a bold side piece. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you, April. Christian, I think he's going to get remanded. If you're just now coming in, there was a document that was issued by his community supervisor and signed by the judge yesterday. Basically, tell me why I shouldn't lock you up. Give me, give me a reason why we shouldn't lock you up. So that's going to be interesting on tomorrow, baby. And then why did they pick of all of the audio and video that they could have used? Why pick Sylvia Tomasimi? Why did they use these clips? I'm interested to know. Like, I feel like he talked to Dre, he's talked to Dion, he's talked to Lamont, he's said all kinds of things. Why did they pick Bible Lady? Y'all don't, I mean, it might be irrelevant, but I feel like it's like, well, she was up to some shenanigans over here. This guy's on another Rico. Here's another Rico she's involved in. Mm, okay. Interesting. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't think she had one for YSL. I don't know that she still has one. She had one. That's what the judge said. You know Sylvia, the one who had a Rule 22? That's what she said. She said had. Now, when she said had, we know what had means past tense of have, right? So she said there was going to be a hearing tomorrow. So we're going to listen. We're going to do our lunch thing that we normally do. And we're going to go and we're going to see what Judge Whitaker is talking about over there. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. I told you I wasn't going to hold you. It's almost 11. Y'all have sweet dreams. We did a lot today. We were up, down, and around the YouTube streets. Maybe that part where she is trying to get him to identify. Okay, I read that part. Thank you everyone for the stickers, the memberships, everything. I appreciate y'all so much. Good night. Good night. Put all this together for the case against her. Shebe. Girl, Shebe, you gonna make me girl. Shebe. Hold on a second, Shebe. 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 What y'all think about what Shebe said? Baby. Girl, they gonna put her in a RICO activity? Baby, let me be quiet. Fraternizing with known felons. All of the baby. Look, my name is not Fonnie T. Everyone can get it Willis. What do I know? I am certainly not a lawyer. I am a mom blogger sitting in the workout room at my house. Okay, so let me be quiet. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a mom blogger. Okay, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Did I say that? Baby. Shh. Allegedly. Period. Girl, this commentary is for criticism, entertainment, and teaching purposes because sometimes you got to let a bitch know. Okay? Okay. Pretending to be a passel? Ah! Ah! Even Shirley's like, didn't them people on the internet tell you to stop visiting my husband? Didn't them people on the internet tell you this man was trouble? Didn't this man? Now look at you. Okay, sausages for Charles. Guys, once again, happy birthday. Happy birthday to all my Virgos. Happy birthday to you. Okay? Yes. All right, guys, let me let y'all go. I could talk to you guys all night and then where would I be? Then look at me. I'll be so tired trying to drive over to the school in the morning, baby. Okay, guys, have a wonderful evening. I will see y'all tomorrow. Make sure to like this live, hit the thumbs up for me. And if you're new here, welcome, subscribe, set your notifications, and you will see me on tomorrow. Okay, guys, have a wonderful evening and take care. Do we need an outro? Maybe we don't need an outro tonight. I'm going to just let y'all go. I'm going to let y'all go on. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to let y'all go on this. Walk it like I talk it. 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 Walk it like I talk it.